Don't you just hate it when people ask you, "Hey, what's your favorite game?" and you just can't give them an answer? You've played so many games, and you love them so much that you just can't pick an absolute favorite, since most of us have a really tough time picking out the answer. I put together this small guide to help people figure out what their favorite game is.
To start off, make a list of your favorite games, first ones that come to mind. No more than 15. As an example, I will use 15 of my favorite games so you can follow along the process easier. If you reach to the point where you only have one game left from your list before going through the whole guide, then you already have your answer. If a game does not match with one of the following factors, then cross it off the list. Number 1. Nostalgia. The game should have something that is very memorable and dear to you, like a character, story, music, or even a funny quote. Gameplay is an exception, cause let's face it, if you didn't think the game was fun to play, you wouldn't have played it, and it wouldn't be on this list. This is kind of an obvious thing for your favorite game to have, but this step helps eliminate any doubts about your choices and gets rid of the possible, "Oh, I just played that game a lot with friends, I don't remember it much," games. Number 2. Your replay value. You have got days worth of playtime into the game. Long playtime sessions, marathons, or just consecutive days of playing the game all fit into this category as well. It doesn't have to be a ridiculous amount like maxing in the in-game clock at 999 hours of playtime, or you've beaten the game 7 times, but you have played the game a lot. 3. Faulty love. No game is perfect, but it can be for you. Plenty of games have something wrong with them. If the game had horrible controls, game-breaking bugs, or really bad graphics, and you still loved it despite that, then that's great. But if a game seriously made you go, "This could have been much better," or "I really wish that wasn't there," and it took away the fun, and it still bothers you till this day, then cross that game off your list. Number 4. Great first impression. You liked the game as soon as you press start. If you didn't like the game in the beginning and you had to play a little bit to start getting used to it and then loved it, then cross it off the list. Number 5. Never gets old. The game still excites you even though you know exactly what is going to happen next. You know all the secrets, sequences, and endings. You would happily pick up the controller or keyboard and play through everything again anytime. Number 6. Strong desire. Back when you first played it, you made time for it. You ran from school, threw your bag aside, and started playing the game as soon as you got home. You got back after a long day of hard work, and the first thing you do is turn on the game with a smile on your face. If the game didn't give you a similar feeling at one point, then cross it off. And finally, number 7. Completion feels. You just beat the game, or in some cases completed a difficult challenge or task for games that don't have an ending. You got the greatest, most satisfying feeling in the world. You feel a bit sad that it's over, but that is overcome with the crazy amount of happiness you have for completing the game. Now this is important. You are 100% satisfied with the game being over. You enjoyed everything it had to offer. You will probably play it again and again to relive the moments every now and then, and you would love a sequel, but you do not need a sequel or another game like it. If you want more of the game when you beat it, then it didn't really satisfy your needs and you aren't 100% happy with it. By this point, you should have your answer. As you can see, mine is Oddworld Abe's Exodus. I can say without a doubt, it is my favorite game of all time. Don't get me wrong, I still absolutely love every other game that started out on this list, and I have a lot more. I just know that out of all of them, I like this one a teeny tiny bit more. Now you can try it with your list of titles, and hopefully you will finally figure out what your favorite game is. Take your time when you're trying out the guide, and try to be honest with your judgment. In the rare circumstance that you still have 2 or 3 or more games left at the end, then there is one more step. I will ask you a question, and you have to answer within 2 seconds. If you don't answer the question quick enough, then this won't work. So no cheating. You ready? Here we go. Out of the games you ended up with specifically, if you were to play one of them right now, which one would it be? Time's up. And there you have it. I hope this guide helped out those who always had a hard time with the tough question. Let me know in the comments if it worked for you, and tell me what your favorite game is.